Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing and first impressions of a knife from a series from Benchmade that I am not completely and totally familiar with, but thanks to eKnives, I'm going to be able to explore this and share it with you guys. Thanks to eKnives for loaning this to me. It will go back. I don't get to keep it when I'm done. Yeah, thanks to eKnives. I'll link this down in the description. It does help my channel and use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. So right off the bat, so I saw this listed, and number one, I thought, just a quick glance at it, I was like, this is a lower price. It's still expensive. It's a lower price Benchmade than I would have guessed. And it looks kind of interesting. I did not expect this giant box. So now I'm wondering, is this a fixed blade? It looked like a folding knife, but why is the box so huge? Into the blue, or I'm sorry, into the wild below. It doesn't say into the blue. It says into the wild below. Yours for life, etc. Some other stuff here. So I guess they have a water series now. New to me. Once I explore this a bit more, obviously we'll do a full review. Here's the water series box. It's nice, right? Really starting to feel oh my God. Okay, so number one, it's not a fixed blade. It's a folding knife, but it's huge. Holy moly. Okay, so these, right off the bat, so these are injection mold. That's why. I was like, hold on. Is Benchmade all of a sudden like releasing a reasonably priced knife? Now, we're going to talk about good and bad here. Number one, this is cool. The blade coating, whatever this is, it's like a gritty, it looks gritty, but it's actually not. It looks like it's textured, but it's not. It's like a blue Cerakote or PVD. This is MagnaCut. Did you guys seriously put your website on the blade again? Please. Benchmade, please stop putting your website on the blade. You've got all of this. You got that clearly goes to it. Every person who gets this knife, every content creator, it's going to link somewhere where people can buy it. Why are we, how many sales are you getting from putting the website on the blade? That is not where we put a website. Please, please, you're making microtext paragraph look amazing. You know, please don't do that. This is a big knife. It kind of, the size of it makes me think of the Adamas, but not as burly. We have not an incredibly thick blade stock, right? This is, like I said, it's a MagnaCut blade. So this is a knife that's designed for a water environment. Now, what's the most important? As somebody who does not spend an enormous amount of time or hardly any time at all outside of just like being at a lake and being in water, like yay water, right? That's it. Not a fisherman or anything like that. But I can tell you, common sense would dictate if you're going to use a tool in water, it better have stainless qualities. Two things here that have stainless qualities. Injection mold plastic, that's fine. MagnaCut, definitely okay. I mean, more than okay. MagnaCut is incredible. It's definitely going to have ridiculously high stainless qualities. This also has stainless steel liners. Are the liners made out of anything special? Liners can definitely rust. I don't remember reading anything where they specifically said, yeah, use this in any water environment, including the ocean. I think a lake or just a wet environment, I think you'd probably be okay. But this is a crossbar lock. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's what I expect from Benchmade. It feels good. Almost certainly running on washers. Slight stick, yeah, washers. But 100% it has steel liners, and it also has a typical crossbar lock, which means it has Omega springs. Are you doing anything special with the Omega springs and the liners that make them completely and totally resistant to the vast majority of water environments? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have differentiated. Maybe they're like, this is just meant for like regular water and not salt water. But that would be my concern. I've handled a number of knives that were advertised as made for wet environments, and some of them go way out of their way to be pretty much like not impervious. Maybe impervious to corrosion is not the right way to say it, but like exceptionally corrosion resistant. both in the blade and the handle and the internals, right? For example, if you have a blade that's made out of dendritic cobalt and a handle material that is entirely made of titanium with titanium hardware, and then you have internal, I don't know how ceramic deals with water environments. I'm not up on that, but I assume, cage ceramic bearing, maybe all of that would be hyper resistant to any type of water environment. I don't know how well the internals, maybe they're doing something different with their liners that it didn't seem to indicate. I checked both on Blade HQ and on Knife Center and on the Benchmade website, but maybe I'm missing something. All information that I'll include in the final review, but that would be my number one concern. This is just MagnaCut and injection mold plastic. I do like the texture pattern. It does feel good ergonomically. That's all great. This does feel like a very utilitarian item. It's got a strong locking system. I really like that blue. The MagnaCut's great. Here's something that bothered me immediately. I checked, the reason I went to Knife Center to check the HRC is because I don't always trust what Blade HQ lists as the HRC range. And Blade HQ listed this MagnaCut from 60 to 62. Okay, to be fair, Laren Thomas lists the optimal HRC range for MagnaCut as 60 to 64, a wide range. My assumption there is that certain knives, like fixed blades, will obviously be used differently or much harder in some cases than a thin folding knife. So while MagnaCut is certainly ultra tough and can be hyper beneficial in a fixed blade that's on the lower end of that range, it also can be super beneficial when made into a very hard 63-64 light, compact, thin folding knife that's made for lighter duty but continuous cutting on softer materials. This is a folding knife that's going to be utilized for fishing stuff, water stuff. Why are we so low on the HRC range? I'm not a professional, not a metallurgist. I'm not somebody who does a lot of fishing. Maybe you can tell me why. Maybe there's a benefit there. I feel like it should be higher. You can tell me what you think. Knife Center also lists this as 60 to 62, which is a bit disappointing to me. While the scales look nice and feel nice and are certainly comfortable, I mean, credit where it's due. It does, like, if this was the only knife I had, I'd be like, thank God, like, this is clearly a good tool. But it is a Benchmade. It is made in the United States. Even the blade material is made in the United States for now. And Benchmade has a good warranty, but $250. I'd have been much happier with G10, even though G10 doesn't cost that much more to purchase and turn into knife scales versus injection mold plastic. But metal complex, you get the weight, the balance benefit. Well, okay, yeah, kinda. It's already a big knife, right? I don't know that I really care that much. I think it would have really helped sell this thing to just feel a little bit more solid. It just feels, it feels like injection mold plastic. And these are cartridge liners, which means they only drop to about here. Yep, there's the screw for it right there. So, and the same thing with the backspacer. Lanyard, neat. I don't care much about that, but I can see, as much as I always crap on lanyards, I can see why somebody who's working in a wet environment would want something like a lanyard. It might help. I mean, obviously you don't want to drop this in the water and have it sink to the bottom of the lake, right? So that might actually help. We do have Benchmade's pocket clip, and I'll give it to them. I do love this pocket clip. It's really great. It is sitting right on top of the texturing. Let me in and out of the pocket real quick. It's actually totally fine. I can't complain too much about that. Ambidextrous mounting positions there, so that's fine. Yeah, very curious. Not the most expensive thing that they have released, but also not really. The injection mold plastic stuff it really bums me out. It just makes the thing feel so. I mean, yeah, it's beneficial. It just feels so cheap, and it's also a very cheap material. Blade, cool. The look of the thing is cool. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I wasn't expecting that. Here's the other thing. They also make a smaller version of this, apparently. There's like a 3.9 inch version and a 3.3 inch version. The box really threw me. I just was not sure what to expect. I don't know why we have so much here. Maybe we should read this. Crafted by hand, treat me with care. The water collection of knives was designed for you. Crafted by hand. These are production knives. What do you mean by that? The water collection device was designed for use in and around all types of water environments, while the CPM MagnaCut blade steel has a high level of corrosion resistance, leaving water on the blade for long periods of time can lead to premature corrosion of the blade. So, yeah, even the MagnaCut, obviously. Wipe the blade clean, etc., etc. Benchmade knives should be hand washed, only dishwasher, blah, blah, blah. Resharpen it. Okay, is there any additional... Is there something else in this box? Inspired by the Pacific Northwest and crafted to withstand the harshest of elements, the water collection exists to help you explore the wilderness that lies beneath the surface, to stay out longer and go deeper. Now you can navigate the currents of the unknown in pursuit of your greatest catch. The bite is on. Nothing here that says ocean. Explore new water. And this is a cleaning cloth. Okay. Okay. Is there nothing else in here? Why? I feel like we're paying a lot for this box. Handcrafted in Oregon. I like Benchmade knives. I'm just like, you know, this is just a MagnaCut. By this logic, any knife that they sell in MagnaCut and injection mold plastic with a cartridge liner and Omega springs is a water knife. Benchmade, you guys sell apparently a lot of water knives. What makes this a water knife? It's blue. I don't get it. I just like why is it $250? Listen, if the handle scales were like solid G10 and they're cool and it had all the cool texture patterns on there and everything, I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's still hot, but like way cooler. Like it feels all burly and cool and like whatever the water thing. Like yeah, I'm sure it's great in water environments, but this is just a regular pocket knife. That, I mean, you can get MagnaCut and injection mold plastic from a lot of companies. You can definitely get crossbar lock knives from a lot of companies. I don't understand what makes this special. This is obviously research that I'm going to do because there's always a chance I'm missing something. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm tiptoeing around this because there's always a chance I'm missing something. From my first impression of this is a regular Benchmade knife with a blue blade and a very... There's a lot going on with the box, you know? So, yeah. I have affiliate links down in the description. If you buy this, I will get a commission. I would wait, and I would dig into it a little more and try and figure out exactly whether or not, like, this is something that's actually right for you. I'll review it, but I feel like I understand what this is. Kind of, you know... It's neat that it's bigger than I don't know why I didn't look at the specs or comprehend the specs. It's bigger than I thought, and I do like that blue blade. I think it's neat, right? But I'm really disappointed by essentially everything else. And for real, guys, the website. Why? Why are we putting websites on blades? No. Okay, here's this. If you want to, you know, if you're watching on TV and you want to scan it, there you go. Maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. Thanks to eKnives for supplying this. They've been really cool. No questions asked, just letting me take a look at stuff. But yeah, you can wait for the review or not. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.